Hey everybody, it's Chris Widener, and today I want to talk to you about one of the basic principles of success. I'll never forget, I was walking through a bookstore with a guy who was just sort of starting to get into personal development, and we were in this bookstore. We went to the self-help section, and there's, of course, you go into the self-help section, there's tons and tons of books, hundreds if not thousands of books on self-help. And I made a joke and I said, you could actually take all of these books and just rename them Get Off Your Ass and Do Something. Pardon me if you don't like the word ass, but I want to make the point. One of the number one principles of success is get off your duff and do something. Everybody knows what to do, right? We know how to lose weight. We know how to kick bad habits. We know how to become more financially secure, but it's a matter of actually doing it. You're sitting there on the couch and you're like, oh, I really should go exercise. You know you should go exercise, right? But you have to get up and go exercise. You know that you should go get a job, or you should apply for a raise, or any of the different things that you have to do, right? But the number one thing you can do is get off your duff and do something. I got a guy, every time I release a book, I've got like 17 books now, and every time I release a book, this guy emails me, hey, I see you have a new book out. Can I take you to lunch? Sure, let's go to lunch. We go to lunch. At this point, I already know what he's going to say. We go to lunch, he's like, oh man, I really need to write my book. And, I'm like, hey, I'll help you in whatever way I can, whatever I can do. And he's like, yeah, I really need to write my book. And he's a speaker. And he's like, yeah, I got to get my book going. And then that's the last I hear from him until I release another book. He just won't go write his book. I have another guy who I've been working with, a longtime friend of mine, and he has one book, and he wants to write another book. And about 3 years ago, he told me that he was going to write this next book. And we talked a few months ago, and I was like, hey, why didn't you have me help you? And I could really help you get this done. And he said, well, I just figured you're busy and this and that. And I said, you realize I've written 2 books since you started talking about writing that book, right? Now, I'm not saying I'm better than anybody else. I'm not saying I'm smarter than anybody else, but I will tell you one thing. You just got to get off your duff and do something if you want to be successful. So here's the mirror. I always hold the mirror up. Look in the mirror today and just take a deep look and recognize that you're not getting off your duff and doing something. That's what you need to do. Get up, go do something. Even not necessarily the right things per se. I mean, even if you end up doing the wrong thing and then you make some adjustments and you turn it into the right thing, it's better to be doing something than nothing. The old saying, you can't drive a parked car. It's true, you can't drive a parked car. You can go down the wrong street, but then you realize you're in the wrong street, you make a left and then make a left, and now you're going in the right direction. You got to get off your duff and do something. That's the message for today. Take it and live it.